What's up, everybody? It's Greg from Cincinnati Reds Daily. Thank you for joining today. We're going to talk about should the Reds acquire a veteran outfielder that not many people have talked about this offseason. I think a lot of people are thinking he's going to re-sign with the Padres, but let's get into it. Jurickson Profar is the guy I'm talking about. Let's go into some pros. Let's go into some cons. Jurickson Profar is coming off one of the best seasons of his career. He'd be a pretty intriguing option, I think, if the Reds wanted to go down this route. He's coming off the best season of his career. He slashed 280, 380, 459. He had a WRC plus of 139. He had 24 home runs. You can't argue with that production. He was in a good lineup with San Diego. Obviously, that probably helped him a little bit. But he had a fantastic year in 2024. So that's one of the pros. He had 53 extra base hits, 10 stolen bases. Another pro, he's a switch hitter. So he's not a switch hitter that hits way better one way than the other. He had an OPS of 823 batting right-handed. He had an OPS of 885 batting left-handed in 2024. 8 of his home runs came while batting left-handed, and the other 16 came while batting right-handed. He did have 65 more plate appearances from the right side. I think a switch hitter is an absolute weapon when you put him into the middle of the lineup. It's someone that you can plug in every day. He's not going to have to platoon, and that's what the Reds need right now. Last year, they tried to go with the platoon route in the outfield, and it just didn't work out. Guys like Will Benson really struggled. Stuart Fairchild hit lefties good for a while. Got hurt at the end of the year, didn't play great against righties. Jake Fraley had some stuff going on. He didn't play great. I think if you can plug somebody in there like Profar and get just not even full production of what you got 2024, just even if you had a WRC plus of 115 or 120, you're doing good stuff there. He's a little bit more affordable than the guys like Teoscar Hernandez and Anthony Santander, who I know a lot of people love. I like him as well. I'm just not sure the Reds are going to be in that market. They're probably going to get too much money. I would love to be wrong, but with a guy like Profar, who's had basically he just had a big breakout year at age 31. He has had 2 good years in the last 3. He played really good in 2022. So it might not be a fluke, and maybe he's figured some things out. But because of that, he's going to be a little bit more affordable than the big names that are out there. So again, just another pro. Now let's hit some of the cons. What are some of the cons of signing a guy like Jurickson Profar? Well, over his 11 seasons in the big leagues, Profar's had just 4 seasons of a WRC plus over 100. Those came in 2018, 2020, 2022, and 2024. Now, like we said, 2 of those seasons are in the last 3 years, so maybe he's turned a corner and started to figure some things out. The second con that I would list is he is a defensive liability. The Reds really struggled defensively in 2024. Profar would definitely not help them on that side of the ball. He played in 148 games in the outfield in 2024, and he had -7 outs above average. Out of all Major League Baseball left fielders in 2024, he ranked 29th in outs above average. So he's not going to help you defensively. I think the question comes down to, is Profar going to hit enough to be able to, overcome the lack of defensive production that he's going to give you? I kind of go back and forth on if I would want the Reds to sign someone like Jurickson Profar, but I'm kind of talking myself into it. I love switch hitters. I know, obviously, the Candelario signing didn't go like we were hoping it would last year. I think a lot of that had to do with some of the knee tendonitis he was battling, and Profar is kind of a similar story to Candy. But if you can put 2 switch hitters in your lineup every day that are going to give you production from the plate, I think that's a big advantage in baseball. So if the Reds could lock Jurickson Profar down to an affordable deal, I think I could talk myself into it, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. If you've made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Do you want the Reds to sign Jurickson Profar? Would you like the signing of Jurickson Profar? Let us know down below. Thanks for being here. As always, tell your friends, Cincinnati Reds Daily on YouTube, Reds Daily 4 on Twitter. Thanks for being here. Go Reds. We'll see you next time.